Well, thank you for tuning in to another week with Father Suket. This has been a week for real. It's been a meaningful week, but it's been a short week to some and long to others because I'm missing a day. You know, I'm still thinking that, that today is Friday, and I've been just putting it in. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be still here on the above as opposed to beneath. But listen, we want to use this show tonight to kind of hopefully engage and empower both our male and female folks who may be watching the show of how we can work together for real systemic social change. So we want to entitle this show, Men and Women Engaging and Empowering Each Other. I got my dear friend with me, and I'm going to introduce to some and present to others. And I'm telling you, we have a history over, I think, 15 years at least of being of empowering each other, to empower men, to empower our community. And I kid you not, we're laboring out here in this field, aren't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're laboring in this field, and I'm hoping that all of those who have been working with us throughout the years will continue to support us and support our young people. We want to encourage you, if you got some young people between the ages of, we have broke up a new program with them from 12 to 24 in different cohorts. But we want to provide our young people with some options, with some opportunities to come in and learn some things, scholarships, you know, learn about peace circles, mentoring, helping to plan special events, and being involved in the youth Zoom meetings, the youth leadership groups. So it's a lot of things that we would like to get our young people involved in. And we want those of you who are watching us this evening to quit saying that there's not activities for the young people and take advantage of some of the activities that's out here. How about that, Janice?
Absolutely. Plenty of things out there.
It's plenty of things to do. Maybe they may not be what you like, but the young people just need options. They need the opportunity. We had our young people involved in the yacht club again this year. They loved it. They went to the Coca-Cola Classics. Thank you.
Okay.
Because you talked to, well, we prayed on it first.
Okay.
And then you gave me that beautiful call on Saturday.
Okay.
And so our young people were able to do it.
Great.
They was able to go with that group, and then they was able to go with a group from the congressman's office, and they was able to go with a group from the alderman's office.
That's what it's all about, collaboration.
So, and that's what happened. I mean, they told me about this thing at the last hour, but they didn't know who they was dealing with, Janice.
Okay. Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so God made it happen. Okay. He brought the folks together. So I want to thank Nikki and Sharita over at the Congressman's office. I want to thank our Congressman, of course, Congressman Danny K. Davis. I want to thank Janice, of course, and Deborah over at Greater St. John. HSI?
HSI.
No, HSI had nothing to do with this.
Okay, then
I don't think.
Okay.
Or did they?
I don't know.
Well, Greater St. John Bible Church is the church that had the young people together. Okay. So I'm assuming that's who it was.
Okay.
But now, if you know something I don't, that's fine too.
I don't know nothing.
But well, for the record though, I know the ones that they convened at was at the church.
Okay.
And then we want to thank, of course, Alderman Irvin.
Okay.
The alderman of this area on CAN TV, and one of our aldermen of the Garfield Park area, for making it possible for some of our young people to experience something, Janice, that they've never experienced before. They've never been to a Classics game, all right? So that was a good thing. Yeah. So keep Soldier Field in Chicago, if you're asking me, all right? Did you hear me? Brandon, now Brandon is one of our good friends and brothers from the neighborhood. So we're talking to you, Mayor. Keep Soldier Field in the city of Chicago. Please, will you? Would you ask them?
Please, Mr. Mayor, we need Soldier Field.
Thank you, sir. Now, if you want to get back with me, get in touch with me. You got my number, sir. We keep in touch with each other. But call me whenever you feel like it, and we'll talk about it. But I think we should keep that facility in Chicago. I want to also encourage those who may be watching today to come out with us. We're working in collaboration with, of course, Loretta Hospital, and doing our annual series, summer screen series, where there's going to be opportunities for various different screenings, healthcare screenings. We're going to be out in the community. Loretta and others have partnered together, and we have partnered with them. Of course, they're the principal of this event, but we brought all of the players together. The community policing, we brought in the foundation of Loretta, Gus, West Care, SAMHSA, Women of Self-Love, the West Side Community Stateholders. I can't name them all, Janice. But we're bringing in a lot of folks together. And so we're asking you to come on out, bring your young people tomorrow. We're going to do a back to school community wellness and appreciation day, screenings, Saturday. See what I mean? I keep saying that. Janice, when is the event?
It is September the 9th.
Now that's Saturday, Janice. It's not tomorrow.
Right.
Would you stop saying that?
I'm sorry. My bad.
It's Saturday, September the
9th.
There you go. Where?
4500 West Madison?
Nope, 46.
46, okay.
It's 4623.
You will not be able to miss it.
No, you won't miss it.
It is across the street from the West Side Learning Center.
And the Malcolm X West Side Learning Center.
Right.
So those who don't know, it's on the corner of Madison and Kenton. Right there on the corner. That street is Kenton.
Just look for the tents.
Just look for the tents. And also we're gonna be serving. We're gonna have food for folks. Screening opportunities for folks to get together, collaborate, giveaways. We're hoping that you would come out and bring some friends with you as well. And let's just have some fun as a community, Janice, you know?
Absolutely.
Share some love. Also, I want to encourage those who are watching again. We got a violence prevention initiative, 2 of them going on right now. One is Impact Identities, and another one is Alternative Persuasions or Perspectives. And we're going to be doing that inside some schools. I also want to encourage those who need to do some volunteer hours. Come on out. We need some volunteers. We would love some volunteers, but we want volunteers who love helping the community and helping the young people. Now, Janice, I want to go ahead and introduce you, but for those who may not know, this is my dear friend. I joke and jive with her, but this is all love. I do love her dearly. I can say in all honesty that this is a sister that I've known for many years, and I consider her more than a friend, all right? And I really care about her state of mind, what she's doing, how she's feeling, all of that, because that's how deep I love. But anyway, Janice, tell us, who are you and what do you do?
So my name is Janice Henry. I am the community health nurse at Loretto Hospital.
Right.
Member of the Chicago chapter, National Black Nurses Association, board member of Sankofa Safe Child.
That's my beautiful people, Queen.
Transforming Reentry Services and the Chicago Asthma Consortium.
Wow.
Austin resident.
Yeah. Were you impacted by the flood?
Servant leader at St. Martin de Porres Church in the Austin community. I am not a homeowner in Austin. I am a renter in Austin. But yes, we were impacted by the flood.
So only homeowners could have got help? Anybody I thought that was damaged by the floods was supposed to get some assistance, right?
Okay, well, I wasn't impacted by the flood like that.
I'm still impacted.
Okay.
I'm still going through it.
Yeah, so there are a lot of people that are still impacted by the floods.
I'm serious. I'm talking about when I washed, when my wife washed clothes and the water go through the drain now. For some reason now the water go through the drain, but sometimes come back.
Wow. Okay, that's an issue.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Have you put your FEMA claim in?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna.
You ought to be good.
I hope so.
Okay.
I pray that everything will work out. But also, what I want to do is I want to get. They got these walls now that they put in that comes from the city. Like if because the city has access to open up the water, and the water come back that way to us, right, from the river.
Okay.
So I was talking to some people where they were saying that you can put these walls in where you have control over it, so that water, if it's coming back from where it's coming from, it don't come into your place because you got a wall there.
Well,
you heard anything about that?
I have not, but that's good information because one group of people that I work a lot with are seniors.
Right.
And that would be great information for seniors.
I got impacted, but my neighbor didn't.
Really? Wow.
But a neighbor on the other side did.
Okay.
And people down the block did. So he was telling me about this wall that I'm gonna let him put in. He said it costs about $5,000.
Okay.
But if you can stop the water from coming in, by all means, that's what we want to do. But anyway, Janice, you shared so many things that you are, but you touched my heart, which was nothing new, when you said that, in all honesty, you said it for what you do at the church, but you are a servant leader, Janice, and you've been that way for years. What about, we're talking about also Martin called me, Elise called me, and some others about, since we know that we got the new superintendent on his way in, to start bringing back the gap builders. What's your thought?
So the gap builders meetings are important because they give the community an opportunity to have a sit down with the superintendent of police and the people that work under them. You know, and it's just a great opportunity for people to find out what the police are doing. It's going to be a way for them to get to know the new superintendent and, you know, find out what's going on in their communities.
Yeah, you know, and thank you, Janice. You know, I know we do the work because we love it, but for many times we was doing quarterly town hall meetings with the superintendent, the former superintendent, Brown, and you know, folks are talking about, since we know that, I think his name is Snellings, right? Snellings is on the way in, that we should start forming our relationship back with our superintendent and the other brass folks.
Absolutely.
You cool with that?
Absolutely.
So we're hoping to try to get us back together on the 18th.
Absolutely.
At our executive leadership meeting. Then we can plan up some other stuff. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
So listen,
Absolutely.
if you're interested in being a part of some of the work that we're doing in the community in relationship to kind of bridging the gap between the law enforcement, i.e. the police, and the community, also the state's attorney's office, also the IG office, the state's attorneys, the attorney general, the Office of the Inspector General, all of them offices. COPA. So we're working in all that, and we're also working in relationship to trying to ascertain or making sure that the recommendations in the consent decree are being adhered to, right?
Absolutely.
And so we do got a good relationship with the IG, Deborah Weisberg, Weisinger, right?
Okay.
Deborah.
Okay.
She's the new IG over there, along with Richardson, and she has been keeping us in the loop on the status of that. You remember her? She came out and
Yes.
did a presentation, and she's always available. And then we also talking Maddie. I haven't heard from her too much lately. Maddie Hickey, who's that conduit, supposed to be with the community and the police department and IG. I haven't heard too much from her lately. Have you?
I have not,
Wow.
but I think her name is Marilyn or something like that.
No, Maggie Hickey.
Maggie. Okay.
Maggie Hickey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, who's Marilyn?
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
My bad.
I have moments too.
Okay.
Maybe her name is Marilyn and it's short for Maggie.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think
Okay.
it was Maggie Hickey at the.
Oh, Maggie. Right.
Okay, but anyway,
Okay.
Janice, let's get back down to this here. So tell us, in your opinion, go ahead.
But let
Sure,
me
go
say
ahead.
this, you
Please,
know,
please.
in terms of the gap builders meetings.
Oh, go ahead then. Take it away.
People really shouldn't complain if you never come out to a meeting. You know, if you didn't come to a meeting when they were looking for a new superintendent,
Right.
if you
They meet
didn't-
midnight, by the way.
If you don't do anything, you really should not complain about anything. All of us are busy. And I think we have obligation, if we live in a community and want certain things in our communities, we all have an obligation to come out to some meetings sometimes.
You know, and they're doing a meeting tonight, my understanding is, I think it's out south with the superintendent.
Okay.
Or the community is coming together to talk
Okay.
about the placement of the appointment of the superintendent.
Okay.
And I think they're supposed to be voting on it in the city council next week or something. But anyway, tune in, get in touch with your alderman, and they'll give you additional information about what they're doing. Janice,
Absolutely.
this month is also Prostate Awareness Month, right?
It is.
I remember the days, girl.
Okay.
I remember the days.
Hundreds of PSAs
Didn't we?
in months.
Talking about men don't come out.
Hundreds.
Janice, did they come out when we was doing the events at Malcolm X?
They would come out.
Did we pack them, Jan?
They would come out. They would come out.
So tell us, what is prostate awareness and why should men be informed?
So, in general, men need to be concerned about their health. Okay, you really need to be concerned about your prostate health. Now, admittedly, most men never find out that they have a prostate issue until something else happens. You have a slight heart attack. Something else happens. And,
Go on, keep talking. I'm trying to learn.
And when they're doing your blood work, then they find out that in addition to whatever issue brought you into the hospital, you have an elevated PSA level.
Please tell us what that is, PSA.
PSA stands for prostate specific antigen. So every organ or every muscle that you have in your body, if it's injured in some way, it secretes like a hormone.
Mm-hmm.
And so for your prostate gland, it secretes it's called prostaglandin. And really, a lot of people, especially a lot of African American men, they don't like to go to the doctor.
Isn't there an age though that at a certain age, African American men or men of color, but specifically should consider getting a PSA or a prostate exam?
So let me say this: you should consider going to the doctor every year, or at least every other year, if you're not going to go every year, for some kind of a checkup. Some kind of a physical. Normally, when you go to the hospital or to your doctor's office for a physical, they'll do a blood test. And if you're a man, they will do a PSA test. Okay. Now, you need to be concerned a little bit more if you have a family history of prostate issues or any kind of cancer. You should be getting a blood test. Mm-hmm. The two ways that they test or screen for prostate issues is a blood test and a digital rectal exam. Okay, so a normal PSA is between 0 and 4. Now, even healthy African American men have higher PSA levels. We consider a prostate issue if your PSA is higher than 2.5. Normal is between 0 and 4, but if it's 2.5 or higher, then that's an indicator that you need further exams.
So now, I was trying to get you to give me an age.
So 40 to 45 is a good age for a man to get a PSA test. But if you have a family history, then you need to be getting it done earlier.
Okay, I like that. Okay. Now remember, we're talking to a nurse here, and we're talking to a person who has been engaged in men's health for many, many years. I'm telling you, I can remember at least 15 years. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's probably been more than that. But I remember at least 15 years that we've been working on men's health and issues of that nature.
Well, it's actually been longer than that because I've been working at Loretto for 15 years, and we were doing PSAs with me as a part of the Black Nurses Association.
Absolutely. So it has been longer.
So it has actually been longer
I remember that
than
too.
15 years.
I remember that. I remember with the Black Nurses Association, the Black Social Workers Association. So I remember, Janice, especially with Margaret.
Right.
Margaret Davis, I miss her so much, I miss her so much. And that girl, I love that woman and still do. So Janice, tell us why it's important, you was talking about men's health, but why is it important for men to really focus on their health and really take an interest in it? Now, we did many men's health and wellness events, and we still do them.
Right.
But it's hard to get some African-American men on that mindset. Why is that?
So, men are used to being strong. And being, the head of the house, and all of that. And, and a lot of times if you're working, you just don't have time for that. Mm-hmm. Okay. But then again, men are just babies, they just big babies, and they I saw you. But they're just big babies, and they don't like to go to the doctor, and and a lot of men have this thing, well, I'm not going to let nobody stick their finger in my rectum, it's homophobic and all of that. you know what? If it'll save your life, just do it.
Well, Janice,
Just do it. And even though prostate cancer is normally a slow-growing cancer, it's still a cancer, and it's still something that you don't have to live with.
It's preventable.
It's not preventable.
It's curable.
It's not even curable.
What is it then?
But what I'm saying is you can live with it. You can live with it.
So what are the pollens that when folks go and they get the exam and they may tell them that they have pollens?
So polyps are in your colon.
Okay.
And that's really like two different things.
Okay.
So
so if you're doing a PSA, or if the guy is doing the annual
digital rectal exam.
The digital, so they couldn't find it in that.
So your prostate gland is about the size of a walnut, and your urethra goes through the middle of this walnut, this organ, okay? And a prostate glands, their sole purpose, what they're there for, is to be nutrients for sperm. That's it. So if you have prostate cancer and you have to have your prostate removed, you can still have a normal sex life. It might not be, as robust as it used to be, but, a lot of that comes from the psychological thing of just having cancer.
Okay. Let me get you a couple more questions in here.
Okay.
So tell us what we got going on at Loretta Hospital, and tell the folks what kind of services and then I want to talk to you about mental health, because I know that's a sticking point for us. But what's going on in the community as far as what kind of services people can get in the community? Or you can talk about the event if you choose.
Okay. So the event on Saturday at 4600 West Madison.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
They'll have all kind of screenings, blood pressure, glucose, HIV, STI. They'll have mental health evaluations at that event at Loretto Hospital.
Narcan trainings.
All of that. But at Loretto Hospital, almost every month there are some free screenings. Especially if you live in the Austin community. This month is prostate stuff. We're not specifically doing prostate screenings this month, but we are doing the screenings at the event on Saturday. Next month, October, is breast cancer awareness. We will have free or low cost mammograms at Loretto Hospital. And don't forget that women get breast cancer, but men also get breast cancer too.
I got to ask a question because I try to keep folks in the loop. What's going on is COVID back? What's going on?
So COVID never left. The restrictions lifted. COVID never left. There is supposedly a new strain of COVID that's coming out. My advice is just to be sure to get your COVID boosters.
Okay. Now, I did hear the CDC is supposed to be dealing with it this week.
Okay.
And supposed to be putting out a new test. However, that the government is not paying for it. Folks would have to have either insurance or pay out of pocket. But anyway, I want you to know. Go ahead.
So COVID, and the other thing I'm going to say is the flu shots.
Yeah.
Please be sure to get your flu shots. And if you're 50 or 60 or over, consider getting a pneumonia shot.
If folks want to get in touch with you, you got a number that they can reach to call you?
Sure. The community health number is 773-854-5063.
One more time.
773-854-5063.
Okay. And listen, I want to share with you all, because the time on the wall is sent is about that time. I want to encourage you all to come on out. Of course, I'm having fun with Janice, but this is how we get down. That's how we relate. She definitely brings the information, and I definitely like making sure that those who are watching us are being informed. And I do know at my age in life, I definitely go to the doctor.
Okay.
Sometimes I go more than I want to go.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's a
And
good
as
thing.
well, it is, especially as I get older,
Right.
and I experience life changes and things of that nature. But I'm just thankful to still be here to talk about it. All right. A lot of people that we've kind of did a lot of work with have gone on home. All right.
Absolutely.
So I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I want to thank you for your love, your support of Fathers Who Care. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for young people. We're looking for teenagers. And we're looking for those who's saying that they want an opportunity, they want some resources, they want to support, need some support systems. We're here for you. Give us a call at Fathers Who Care at 773-287-5821 or log in to fatherswhocare.org. All of those dot things, but it's Fathers Who Care. And then we got folks working in the social media. We got young people doing mentoring groups. We got peer-to-peer leadership. We're doing some small internship programming. We had another one going on, but now we're doing some new stuff. And also we're going to be in some schools, some community agencies and other things. So give us a call if you need any kind of support. We love you so very much. Janice, as always, thank you for being the sister that you are, the work that you do. Keep on doing the good work.
Thank you.
And keep on keeping on, just keep on, Janice.
Thank
You ain't gonna stop, no way. All right.
I'm counting my points. I'm counting my points.
Well, she's counting points, and so are we all. And I think it's a good thing to do the work, and I also think it's a good thing to have a succession plan.
Absolutely.
To empower someone else to take it to the next level. Well, good night. God bless. And look, keep up the faith and look, love on somebody. Love is good. Love is an action. You put it out, you get it back. We love you. God loves you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. We'll see you soon, like Saturday at 4623 West Madison, right across the street from the Learning Center, right on Madison and Kenton. God bless you. Good night, and we'll see you. Thank you so much for joining us.